That's right, dorks. It is Friday. It feels good to finally be back. It feels so good to finally be back home here at the office. It feels like, yeah, it's been a week basically. It's literally been a whole fucking week. I literally did not do any videos this whole week. I've been literally recovering, if you will, from all the shit that went down this past weekend. And here I am now. Here we are, basically. This is, once again, guys, episode 306 of the Team Hill podcast. We thank you all every single time for tuning in live or watching on the playback. Or if not, you can catch the podcast on all our different podcasting platforms that we are available on. iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, PodBean, iHeart Radio, or if not, over at the Google Podcast. You can follow the Team Heel Podcast on Twitter at Team Heel Podcast. Use that hashtag that you see there, hashtag TH Podcast. So you want to interact with us on Twitter and use that hashtag so you know, or if you know in general, that we're talking about stuff on the show. And as always, guys, I thank each and every single one of you guys. Of course, guys, what up, you dorks? It is I am the fat fuck himself. It is Steve, and I'm not alone here as always. I'm here joined by the awesome crew as always. I'm here joined by the crew as always, guys. Yes, my room's a little messy. I don't give a fuck. It's Friday after all right? I'm here joined by the crew. Here they are. Oh, shit. Mira esto. Oh, here they are. Here they are, guys. We're here joined here first. Literally, guys, again, it's been a while. Been a fucking while. But here we are, as always. You're joining here all the way from the mean streets of Bridgeport, Connecticut. The one, the only, Mr. I just fucked your girl, Mr. Your baby mama just brought me a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. The one, the only, Walter. Walter, what's up, bro?
What up? I still haven't tried out those chicken sandwiches from Popeyes, but you know, I could sure use one right now.
You know what, bro? You know what? You're not the only one, bro. Believe it or not, dude, you're not the only fucking one, man. Believe it or not.
I know. It's sold out in lots of places, so.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what it is. Like, bro, what the fuck are they putting in their fucking sandwiches, dude? I don't know.
There's chicken and pickles and, like, a little bit of mayo, I think.
Oh, dude. That'd be fucking amazing. Literally fucking amazing. And
hold the pickles.
what do you mean hold the pickles? Come on, bro. You don't like the pickles, dude?
I don't eat pickles, period.
Dude, bro. Pickles are amazing, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you? Listen, bro.
I'm not the only one like
pickles
that. Pickles
are a fucking... listen, I don't like kosher dill pickles. I don't like the shit that come in a jar. I like fast food pickles for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. Or pickles that come from the chicken shack. I don't know why.
Even worse, I think.
And we are also joined here by our center forward of the group, all the way from the mean streets of Detroit, Michigan, the man with the golden charm, the one, the only, Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. Big Mike, what's the word, bruh?
Yo, what's up, everybody? To be honest with you, I don't like pickles either.
What?
But the Chick-fil-A sandwich, the original, you gotta have pickles. It makes the sandwich. And I heard the same thing for this Popeye sandwich too.
Oh, come on.
It makes the sandwich.
It makes the sandwich. You know what? Fine. It is what it is. It makes.
I'll get it without.
It makes the sandwich. To me, a sandwich is a sandwich. Okay, it's funny because some guy at my other job, right, got fired for taking a bite out of a fucking sandwich. So it turns out. So we have this golden rule. So basically, because we work inside of the plane, right, and he planes they go out, right, to a different part of the country or different part of the world, right, and we have people. We have like a catering company that provides food for the pilots, right? Because again, they travel far out. And I guess someone went inside the cockpit and took a bite out of the pilot's sandwich.
Pilot sandwich?
Yeah, so I guess the pilot was made a sandwich, I guess by his wife or something like that. And whoever it was, he or she took a big old bite out of the sandwich. It took 2 cartons of milk.
What?
So let it be known, people, in my job, my second job at the airport, you can get fired. All it takes is one bite, bro. One bite. All it takes is one fucking bite. But gentlemen, how was your weekends? Again, it's been a fucking while. A lot of shit has went down. But before we get into it, I want to, again, is how's your week's been? How's your weekend, last weekend, and stuff like that? Again, after all, we did take a week off. Walter, how was your week, bro? How was your weekend overall?
My week's been all right, to be honest. Not much excitement, but summer feels like it's cooling down a bit. That's what I'm liking.
Oh, bro,
it's not as hot as it used to be. I mean, besides yesterday, I think recently it's been all right. It's supposed to be 79 tomorrow. That's not too bad.
I know. You know what it is, dude? It's finally that end of the month feel almost, where it's like, you know what?
Well, yeah, back to school next week.
Oh, bro. All the parents out there who got to put their fucking morning quickie on hold just to get their kids ready for school next week. Oh, well, it's funny because I'll get into it in a little bit, but Mike, how was your weekend, bro? How was your weekend overall, Big Mike?
My weekend was all right. Quiet as usual, and not really much, to go from. It was very well. It went very well.
What's up, bro? That's what's up, man. For me, you guys already know the drill. There's a reason why we didn't do a show this past Friday. I went to Virginia. It was my niece's quinceañera, which is basically, for Latin American culture, it's their take on a Sweet 16, but for the age of 15. And oh boy, Virginia was different. It was fucking different. You know what it is? And I don't know, I guess because all my life I've been accustomed to the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey. I've been to Connecticut a couple of times. And when you go to like a different part of the country, it's a completely different atmosphere. Like, holy shit, like, it's so peaceful down there. And I said this to my father, like, yeah, I went with my dad, right? The day comes that I have a family and I have my kids, like, yo, I'm moving to Virginia. My cousin's been living out there now for the last for like almost 10 years now. He was living out in Virginia. And he has like a fucking big ass house. Like, these houses are like fucking the size of mansions. Keep that in mind, right? It's cheap to live out there too. So we get there, and again we go to sleep. Saturday morning we're all helping because again, it's preparation. Because again, it's his daughter's, quinceañera, his basically big day for his daughter and shit like that, right? And let me tell you, preparing for a party like that is a pain in the fucking ass. A huge fucking pain in the ass, bruh. Because not only you gotta make sure that the birthday girl and her court are all prepared, because again, they do a little skit on center stage. Well, let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever been part of a court of a Sweet 16?
No.
Nope.
Have you guys ever attended a Sweet 16?
No.
A Sweet 16? Nah.
I have, bro. And again, I'm pretty sure there's always a little dance routine that they do and stuff like that. So all that's happening, right? Preparing. There was a stylist that went to the house and put makeup on his my cousin's wife, his daughter, and all that stuff. Again, you gotta get the idea. And all also preparing stuff, taking stuff to the hotel, and literally in Virginia, 15 minutes or 20 minutes feels like an hour and a half. Literally. And keep this in mind, traffic and all that shit, right? So, and then it starts raining.
Oh yeah, rain.
Bro, last Saturday, it just dropped. And again, I've seen rains here in New Jersey, right? It's crazy. It rained last night, literally, right? And it's insane. But bruh, down there, you can see the thickness of the raindrops just drop on the ground. Like, holy shit. I shit you not. So we're at the hotel. We're all getting dressed up and shit. For some reason, my cousin's wife, my cousin-in-law, right? She's my cousin technically, right? In marriage, she's my cousin, right? So she decides to put the entire court, right? The birthday girl and her friend, they're all part of this court ceremony. They're going to take part inside the room that we're in. Me and my dad and my family, right? It's a big fucking room, right? Keep it in mind, my dad's in the shower. The last thing you want to do is piss off a guy who's in his mid-60s, who's ready to get dressed, doesn't want to get rushed, right? So we have him dressed in the fucking bathroom. It takes forever. Fuck it. We get to the party. Everyone's having a fun time. I got drunk. I literally took like 15 shots, dude. And I mixed things, bro. I took vodka, rum, Hennessy, whiskey. You just name it, bro. I didn't drink beer. I did not drink fucking beer. But again, I was still into it, though. And one thing about me, bro, when I'm dancing, I gotta be drunk. I can't dance sober, yeah? It's an Hispanic thing in me. So then, somewhere in the night, and Mike, you know the story, I told you early in the day, right?
Right.
So I'm in the lobby, just chilling, whatever, right? Me and my cousins, we just finished smoking a blunt, right? So I'm going into the lobby, and there's a girl, a beautiful girl. She's just chilling there, and we're just talking. We're hitting it off. We're just talking about stuff, and she then tells me if she wants to go up, if we can go up to her room to smoke some more weed.
Mm-hmm.
So we go up to the room. She has like 2 or 3 blunts rolled up already and shit. And literally in her hotel, in the hotel that we all stayed in, right? Because my cousin was smart. My cousin, he was smart for this shit because he already knew all of us we're gonna get drunk, and the last thing he wanted us to drive and shit while we're drunk. So we all like booked a room and shit. All the rooms had like a balcony where you can just smoke and shit, or whatever, and that's what we did. Talked for like a good hour and a half, hour to an hour and a half. We were talking, hitting it off and shit. Again, the girl that was talking, she's a culinary major. I told her that, yeah, I'm a podcaster. 'Cause I didn't give a fuck. I just didn't give a shit, right? Come to find out that she has a boyfriend. And she was talking to me like, yo, you know, again, they've been dating for a year, but she wanted to be serious. And I'm like, yo, and I told her straight up. And again, maybe because I'm drunk and I was high too and shit. And I'm like, yo, ma, like, you were 19 years old. You were beautiful as all hell. Enjoy your life. I think that's the problem with a lot of these kids now. A lot of today's kids, they have no idea what's out there right now. They just want to rush into things right the fucking way. You know, again, be in a relationship, have family and kids, and have a house. I'm like, yo, you guys are like fucking 18, 19, 20. Enjoy your fucking lives, y'all. Seriously. Enjoy your lives. Go out there. The world's your oyster, literally. And then I told it to my niece, because there's a moment in the ceremony where everyone's grabbing the microphone, right? They're all grabbing the mic, and they got to say something, right? And all my family, again, they're all on eggshell. They have no idea what to fucking say, right? So I grabbed the mic, right? I went pro wrestler base. I cut a little promo right there. I told my niece, I told my cousin, listen. Well, she's technically my niece. She's technically not my niece, right? She's my cousin's daughter, right? And I told her, listen, you are becoming a woman. The world is yours. Go out there and raise hell. And I dropped the mic and I walked out, basically, right? So me and this girl, again, we're just hitting it off. I'm telling her, again, you know, just enjoy your life and stuff like that. And next thing you know, we're doing it in her room. I shit you not, bruh. And bruh, this chick, yo, this some crazy shit, bruh, I don't know what it is, bruh. Is this new age shit, bruh? It's like, yo, she was doing some Booty Olympics type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, but, bro, I was done, bro. I felt like Ric Flair doing the flop, bruh. I felt like Ric Flair doing the flop, like, I shit you not. I shit you not, bruh. My niggas, I shit you not, bruh. I was like, wow. Wow. Exactly. So I'm leaving the room. I bump into her mother. And I'm like, yo, can I get a cigarette? We start smoking a cigarette, me and her mom, yo. She's like, oh, I got 3 daughters. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. And she was telling me, like, oh, you know, I get it. It's tough having a big party like this. I already had 3 of them because, again, she had 3 daughters, right? And she was telling me they're all here. Like, oh, really? Yeah, my oldest one is the girl with the green hair. I'm like, so you don't say. Oh, shit. Yeah, oh, damn. You know what's awkward, bro? The next day, bro, We all go to my cousin's house to like a get together, right? And they show up. Yeah, bro. Not a peep. Not a word, bro.
Silence.
It's sometimes that happens though.
That's supposed to be.
And sometimes it happens though. Sometimes you know what it is, bro. Sometimes that's how it's supposed to be. You feel me? Like, what can I expect? You know. But other than that, though, I had a fun time in Virginia. Then Sunday, I went to the movies with me, my nephew, and his little friends. We all went to see Good Boy.
Okay.
Did y'all see Good Boy yet? Did y'all see it?
No.
Oh,
Bro, it's hilarious, dude. Fucking hilarious. Beanbag Boys for life, yo. Keep this in mind. I rarely go to the movies. I rarely do. The last time prior to seeing Good Boy that I went to see to a movie theater was to see Spider-Man. I know a lot of people are so upset that Sony pulled the plug on Spider-Man, yo. Fucking hell, man.
yeah, that's huge news, bro. I mean, MCU ain't gonna be the same without Spider-Man. They're not gonna make enough money.
Yeah.
They'll make some, but I mean, shit, with Spider-Man, that's your cash cow.
See, for me, I grew up on Spider-Man, so for me, it's kind of difficult. For me, it's just tough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, granted, there's other superheroes. You have Hulk. You have I guess you have the Fantastic Four. What movie did
Fantastic Four? Come on.
What movie did they come? What's the next Marvel movie that's coming out?
That's a great question.
Are they coming out Are they coming out another Venom movie? Yeah.
I hope. I mean, I'd assume, to be honest, now with the Spider-Man news, I mean, they were probably gonna make a new Venom anyway. They're doing Black Panther 2 next year.
That sucks, bro. All the protests I see on social media, fuck you, Sony, this and that. I mean, Marvel's still top dog. I don't give a shit anyone says though.
Yeah, but losing Spider-Man is very tough. It's very tough.
The huge blow. The huge blow. Apparently, the guy that played Spider-Man, Tom Holland, is that the dude's name?
Mm-hmm.
And Zendaya are not gonna be in the next Spider-Man movie. Not surprised. I am not fucking surprised. I am not fucking surprised by that. Okay, listen.
What next Spider-Man movie?
I know. The next
There won't be one, probably.
I know. Anyway, listen. I know we've been rambling on now for like quite a bit. I know a lot of you want to hear about the wrestling talk. Let's be real about it. There's a couple of topics to discuss this week.
Mm-hmm.
Barely much. I will tell you guys this right now. Before we go any further, being that we are in the time of the King of the Ring, what we are going to be doing is doing retro reviews for the King of the Ring. So we're going to go back in time. This will be a TML podcast extra, separate from the podcast, and we'll be reviewing a King of the Ring from yesteryear. So coming up this Monday, myself and Big Mike, we recapped and we recorded. It's going to be up on Monday. We gave our thoughts on the King of the Ring of 1993, the inaugural King of the Ring, basically, when it became a pay-per-view event. And each week we'll be discussing a different one, and next week we'll be talking about the 1996 King of the Ring. So, again, guys, stuff to look into here on the channel, here on the podcast, and stuff like that. Okay. Speaking of King of the Ring, my bracket's already fucked. My bracket is just already torn to shreds.
You really had fans filling this out like it's March Madness.
No, but I'm saying it. I just felt like saying it. I just felt like fucking saying it. My bracket is fucked, Walter. Walter, my nigga, my bracket is fucked.
Fucking fucked.
My bracket is anal fucked right now. Seriously, all right, bro. Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. My Supreme hat is dope right now. I know. They call me the Supreme Heel. Name that the Supreme Heel, if you will. But anyway.
Supreme.
Yeah, man. Gotta get Supreme to sponsor the show, man. When you sign that contract, Brad, I'm saying. Anyway. We'll get into King of the Ring in a little bit from this week. Let's get into it right away. Okay, I know we've been rambling on, but fuck this, what we do. We are assholes like that. And I love how Walter and Mike just looking into their phones like, yeah, girl, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm waiting until we get to the actual point. Let's get with King of the Ring. Let's talk about
the elephant. Let's talk about
four matches. There was 4 matches this week.
I know, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's get to the big stuff right now. Let's get to the big scoop right now that happened this week. Right. NXT making the move to the USA Network coming up in September. I want to make sure when is the actual move, though. Let's see here.
September 18th, 19th, one of those days.
I'm going to find out right now. Let's see here. September 18th, they're making the move official to the USA Network. Every Wednesday, 2 hours live, every 2 hours live. They're being moved, so they're adding another hour to NXT. And ironically, they'll be going head to head with All Elite Wrestling as AEW makes their move to TNT coming up on October, I want to say the 2nd or the 4th.
Okay. That's 2nd, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So this got people talking. This got a lot of people, making a speculation how NXT is going to be ruined, how NXT is now fucked, how this and whatnot. It's the end of the NXT that you all knew and loved and shit like that. And here's the thing about it, okay? Yes, the fan in me is excited. I get it. There's a lot of you dorks out there that were born in 2003 that never really saw the Monday Night War. You heard stories about it. You might have heard, again, you go talk about how amazing the Attitude Era was, but they were born in 2004, 2003, or shit like that, right? So this is, in some way, I'm not saying completely, but this is the closest shit you'll get to the Monday Night War. Now, granted, this doesn't even come close to how crazy the Monday Night War even was back in the 90s. Let's get that clear. But, the big but here is, as a fan, you should be excited.
Yeah, this is what brings, the best out of 2 companies. Competition, yes, WWE's throwing out their it's weird to call NXT a C brand, but they're a C brand.
They are.
It's, it's developmental brand, which can you really call it developmental, really? So, like, that's huge. For NXT, I think, like, it's risk. It's so risky, obviously, to go to network television. And, now it's 2 hours, so it's going to change. It's going to change. I don't know about dramatically, but, new people are going to be in charge. So that's what I'm hearing. And, AEW, they just got to embrace the challenge. They can't be backing out. I'm hearing these quotes from Jericho, Young Bucks. They're not afraid. They never wanted a war. Whatever. Just they just got to be prepared.
Yeah, man. Mike, what do you think, bro? What are your thoughts overall on the move of NXT going to Wednesday? Oh, they're still on Wednesday nights, right? They're adding another hour to what they usually do now, but are now on the USA Network.
Yeah, I think that it is. I think it could help just a little bit, but it could ultimately in the brand when all of this stuff is over with, because there's no going back now. You got to go full on television, 2 hours live television. You're going to be mixing alumni and some people that hasn't even been on NXT, sort of taking the spotlight away from the younger guys, what it's originally supposed to be. And the whole war situation and Cody and all of them, like, they saying that they don't want it. Well, the Bucks and Kenny Omega saying that they didn't want a war, but everybody knows that they want a war.
Yeah,
it's broad. It's broad. Like, people know, so they can act like that they don't want it, but
they're trying to backpedal now.
Yeah, they're trying to backpedal. And
kind of weird. Like, just embrace the challenge.
When Vince is war ready, He's war ready.
This is my
He's doing
take.
what
It's
NXT.
stopping him.
This is my take.
NXT out of all brands that he chooses, like
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
because
hilarious.
you know somebody said this like, oh, we'll sick NXT on them. You know, you're not really on
Exactly.
like you're not on Raw and SmackDown's level. We'll just sick NXT on them and see what they do. And if they're bigger than NXT and they get more ratings than NXT, now it's time for the big boys to take care of it.
Exactly. Here's my take on it overall. Okay, this is my take. Yes, the fans win all the fuck you want. What this does is, hey, okay, you're taking, like we were talking about, again, WWE's developmental territory, their developmental brand, the JV squad, right? And now you're putting them no longer on the WWE network platform, but now you're taking them to a bigger platform. This is now on USA Network. Granted, for so many years, I remember Chase saying this when NXT was booming, right? NXT is a Ring of Honor on steroids, basically. That's what it is. NXT is basically WWE's work rate division. It's basically their indie-like feel, if you will, right? So there's that. At the same time, you're going to add another hour, which means you're going to have to put more people on your television program, which means that there's a lot of guys that are going to be rushed to television who are currently at the PC that may not be ready yet for TV time. If they weren't even given time, or if they weren't even ready, let's put it this way, for network TV. What makes me believe that the talent that's currently at the PC that are even ready for prime time television on USA Network. Now, granted, there was a moment, I think was it 2 years ago, or like a WrestleMania weekend when it was WWE week, and NXT was on the USA Network, right? That's fine and dandy. At the same time, too, you know what this does as well? So, being that now they're on TV, is basically now officially another brand. Exclude the whole fact that, hey, they're going to bring in some of the guys from Raw and SmackDown to come down to NXT. Oh, my God, Brock is coming. No. What I think this does, too, I think people aren't really noticing this right now. Someone who's on the independent, who isn't signed yet, right? Who is debating, should they sign the WWE or should they sign the AEW? A lot of people might hesitate WWE because, oh my God, they get sent to NXT, it's developmental. But now that NXT's on TV, on the USA Network, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, someone like, I don't fucking know, a Jordan Grace could end up coming to WWE. Someone like, I don't know, a Marty Scurll could possibly come to WWE now, and so on and so forth. Again, I know I just mentioned two names, but you kind of get the idea, okay? And people aren't really people aren't saying that. People aren't even like noticing that though.
Yeah, because like with this deal with USA, Vince is getting $50 million from this shit, so that money could go towards other talent.
Is he
That's
really
the
getting
crazy
50
part
million,
about
Walter?
it.
Well, did you really get 50 million, by the way, for real?
Yeah, $50 million deal.
Wow.
Just saying your NXT on USA. This guy, I don't know. Vince is like, you could call him crazy all you want, but this guy knows business clearly.
Now, to my understanding, originally it was going to be on FS1, being that FS1 on Wednesday is college basketball, college football. FS1 was not gonna butt up to NXT, so that's why they're on the USA Network.
I think it never was gonna be on FS1.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it would. Yeah, after a while thinking about it, I was like, it probably never was gonna be on FS1. I think it was gonna be on USA because that's the only way that Vince can really get a hold of it, because Raw and NXT will be on USA, so he can have more control if he wanted to, and pretty much give everybody else SmackDown on Fox.
Basically. And again,
he'll still oversee SmackDown.
Yeah, he'll still oversee SmackDown, but he can put a chokehold on NXT. Yeah. Well, what are you doing? Hold up, let me see it before you put it out there. Like, he can really put his hands around the neck of NXT.
And that's easier. That's gonna be a little annoying for diehard NXT fans that Vince is somewhat in control.
It is. I think production might change for
Oh, it's
NXT
gonna have to, yeah.
because Kevin Dunn's gonna be a part of it now. So here come the shaky cams in NXT. But I think Vince probably won't have that much input on it. I think Triple H is gonna still, Triple H, Road Dogg, Shawn Michaels, a few other people are gonna still, run the tide over there and keep things going the way they are. They're just gonna bump it up just a little bit so they can make it look unfair to AEW's viewers.
Basically, yeah, and I see that too. But I think at the same time, though, listen, if you're AEW, let's be real about it. And this is the vibe I get to with the whole AEW thing as well. If you're AEW, listen, it's business as usual. This is what you knew you were gonna get yourself into. You're on primetime television. And what, you think WWE not gonna respond after they've called him out after Cody fucking? What did he do? Break the throne of Triple H? Of course.
Yeah, and that's rumored, and that was the rumored thing that really ticked Vince off to really push NXT on the USA. That was you broke the damn throne. Let's put NXT on USA and really see who's king.
And we said this from the beginning. If WWE was gonna, if they even are gonna respond to AEW, it's not gonna be with SmackDown. It's not gonna be with Raw. It's gonna be with NXT.
Right.
It's gonna be with, and you know what? Though, at the same time, here's what I hope NXT does. I wish it just becomes one. I get it. There's NXT, then there's NXT UK. NXT UK next week's having a takeover in Cardiff. But I wish, honestly, it just becomes one brand.
It should. It really should just become one brand. But that will make WWE like, oh, we make it just one brand. Now we got to make it 3 hours.
You know what?
So we have 3 hours Monday, 2 hours Tuesday, and 3 hours Wednesday.
Again, or if not, bring some of the guys from NXT UK and basically merge 205 Live with NXT. You might as well. You might as well just merge.
Yeah, word is that 205 Live is done. And it's going to NXT, so
I hope so.
205 Live will cease to exist, traveling along with SmackDown.
I hope so. And again, and not a knock on those guys, because you can tell those guys are having fun. But now you're on a bigger platform dedicated to you guys, basically, right? So I'm all for it. I think, again, if you're a fan, it makes you choose. Do you want to watch AEW on Wednesdays or do you want to watch NXT? That's the question now. Me personally, I'm gonna try to watch both.
Yeah.
And if you're a content creator here on the YouTube thing, right? It gives you more shit to review.
Yeah.
It's gonna give you more stuff to review.
More stuff to review. If you got a gap hole like me on my channel, you got more things to plug in the holes.
Like, bro, you make me want to flip a coin. What am I watching this week? NXT or AEW? God damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. It's 2019. You can watch both of them at the same fucking time.
I was just getting ready to say that. I'm gonna be watching NXT on my TV and AEW on my tablet at the same time.
Yeah, there you go with that. But again, in all seriousness, I wish them the best of luck. Speaking of AEW, it was announced early today that Jon Moxley has pulled out of All Out. Boy, that is, he pulled out of All Out. It sucks because apparently he was scheduled to wrestle Kenny Omega at the event literally this coming Saturday, and now it's not happening. It's no longer happening. And it sucks, dude. It really, really does suck. Apparently, Jon Moxley went on Twitter to make the announcement of what happened. These are some of the tweets that he wrote and quote here, okay? This is what he wrote, okay? End quote. I'm absolutely gutted to have to deliver this news, but I'd rather it come directly from me in a nightmare scenario. A serious case of MRSA has returned in my elbow. The timing couldn't be worse. In this circumstance, I am forced to pull out of the fight on August 31st versus Omega at All Out. I apologize to all involved. Most importantly, the fans. I am incredibly frustrated and pissed off. I'll have surgery this week to remove the bursa sac in my elbow and have it done and be done with it for good. should be a quick recovery, so Ike will be 100% for AEW's Wednesday night on TNT. Still, I expect All Out to be an amazing pay-per-view and hope all the fans out there looking for an alternative tune in. You'll be blown away by AEW and be excited to be a wrestling fan. I'm looking forward to watching as a fan myself. This fucking sucks.
Well, he had to put that alternative in there, huh?
Yeah. Again, I feel bad for the guy. Just like, bro, really? You just had to put that alternative thing? Dude.
Yeah, well, yeah, it sucks that it happened to him. I was really looking forward to that match because of the small build up between him and Omega. And but yeah, it sucks. But hey, the replacements is even better.
So now it will no longer be Kenny Omega versus John Moxley, but now it will be Kenny Omega versus Pac going at it. I know Chase is on Twitter early in the day, and he basically said, so basically we're getting the world title match, but not for the world title.
Right.
Yeah, that match definitely sounds more appeasing.
Yeah, it does.
That's a great explanation.
Yeah, and you know what, though? I feel like, and here's the thing about it, I didn't know what was going on until I go on Twitter and see what happened, right? It sucks, because to be real about it, I know a lot of people were looking forward to that match between Omega and Moxley. They were building it up, right, since Double or Nothing when Moxley returned, or showed up, that is, right, and took out both Omega and Jericho, and Omega and Moxley had a little brawl at, I want to say, was it Fyter Fest? Yeah, it was a Fyter Fest and stuff like that, right? And you're looking forward to the match, right? Now this happens, sadly, literally the week before, and now you're literally just sliding in Pac as a replacement. It just feels like random, but you know what, though? It should be a very fun match, if I do say so myself. I feel like they're going to go to like their New Japan day when they're both Super Junior style of a match. I think that's going to happen. That being said, I hope Pac has no problem putting over Kenny Omega, though, even though I am aware that Pac is no longer the Dream Gate champion or the Open Gate champion no more for Dragon Gate, meaning he can lose now with no problem.
It depends. You know what? To me, I have to look at it like this. Since he's no longer that champion, and he can pretty much probably do more things with AEW now, why not put him over? Because originally, who was supposed to face Hangman Page?
Chris Jericho.
What?
No, it was Pac, man.
Pac.
Hangman Page is facing Jericho and all out, but that wasn't supposed to really be the.
I'm talking about before this even took place.
This is for this Double or Nothing. This is supposed to happen. Double or Nothing. Pac versus Hangman Page.
Right, Hangman Page. Right. So if Hangman Page goes over, why not rekindle what they were really supposed to do?
Facts.
You can still do Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Just have Kenny Omega lose this match, give him a couple big wins in between, and then have him face Moxley.
Yeah, because Omega did win, I believe, the last match he was in. It's like it sucked what happened to Moxley, because he got hurt and all that in Japan. But I'm pretty sure he'll recover. I mean, it is something serious, so he couldn't just just wrestle like that. That shit. MRSA is kind of a serious infection. Happens in almost every sport. Well, any sport, like football, like anything where I don't know how to really explain it.
Contact sport.
Yeah, like a contact type of sport. But like I said, like you guys said, the replacement pretty good. Pac. Good wrestler, obviously, and maybe he'll put Omega over. Who knows? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he did.
Yeah,
I'd rather him put up over Omega than because Hangman Page, still not buying into him completely yet.
So,
but
it's funny you say that. It's funny you mentioned Hangman Page. I know this is kind of AEW heavy, but fuck it, it is what it is. It's funny.
It's only been like 10, 20 minutes of AEW.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the Hangman. So Hangman page. So on the AEW YouTube channel, they uploaded a video of the Road to All Out episode. I think it's 7. Right. Let me see here. I posted it in our group chat. I don't know if you guys watched the video or not. You guys probably didn't.
Yeah.
You watched it?
No, you sent it, right?
Walter, you watched it?
Pretty sure I did.
Okay.
No?
Okay.
No, I was gonna watch it today.
Okay, so basically, it's a sit-down interview with Jim Ross and Hangman Page. Let me see if I find the video. I'll play it here, if anything. Okay, why the fuck not, right? Why the fuck not? And you guys just build your thoughts. And again, it's an interview that Jim Ross did with Hangman Page. Keep this in mind. They're hyping up the pay-per-view and all that stuff, right? But this is a sit-down interview that went, probably 30 minutes or so. Not even 30 minutes. It went down. It was like a short interview, but they spliced shit in here or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Finding it right now. Also, they announced that the buy-in, it will be Private Party versus Angelico and Angelico and Jack Evans. So here you go. It's the interview right here. I'm playing it right now. All right, guys? Give me your thoughts as this is going, okay? And again, I know we have our point of view already on the Hangman Page. We have our point of view on him already. And maybe, I don't know, guys. Give me your thought. Will this change your perspective? I don't know, but we'll see. Okay? I'm going to play it right now. All right, guys?
How long is it?
Well, it's an 8 minute 30 minute. It's an 8 minute 30-second video. The interview starts at 3:25.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. It's Jim Ross and Hangman Page.
Minutes. I got scared for a sec.
Okay, here we go. It's Hangman Page and Jim Ross. All right, here you go.
And but this story really writes itself. It's so simple to break down and what this match on Saturday night, August 31st, is going to mean not only to this company, but to you as an individual, and certainly Chris Jericho. There'll never be another first champion. A lot of people says that it's too much too soon for you. Have you thought about that? Maybe it is too much. You're 27 years old.
I know that a lot of people, maybe in their best case scenario, they see the first night of TNT TV, they see someone who's done it 1,000 times before, who's carried the torch, who's carried the championship 1,000 times before, walk down the aisle to present All Elite Wrestling to the world. They might see that and they might think that's best case scenario. But when I think about what All Elite Wrestling is at its core, it wasn't built by recognizable faces or corporate sponsorships. It was built by people doing some cowboy shit. It was built by people, thousands of fans around the world who wanted to see something different. And I think that I can be that guy to give them something different.
I'm gonna say this right now. If they do not make a cowboy shit T-shirt, it'll be sad. From a marketing standpoint, that's a T-shirt right there for Hangman Page. Real cowboy shit. Just saying. I'm proceeding to the video. I'm proceeding, okay? Here we go.
Watched a lot of your matches, and I don't think you've ever been in the ring with anybody as dangerous as this cat at this point in time in his life. I've called probably more of his matches than anybody alive. I can't find where he's the son of a bitch is weak, and I don't know how you prepare for that, quite honestly.
How do you train for Chris Jericho? How do you prepare for Chris Jericho? Somebody who's willing to attack you from behind to make a statement. You kind of can't. I grew up nearly my entire life watching Chris Jericho. Every week, sometimes more than once a week, my whole life until he ended up in the same locker rooms as me, and I watched him from behind the curtain then. And you're right, he doesn't have many weaknesses. Not many you can list. And I think about all the years and years and years I spent leading to this moment, and I didn't realize it, but watching his matches, getting here, that the one weakness that he has is something that he showed me just a month or two ago. It's how physically desperate he is for that championship in this moment. I listened to him in Jacksonville. I listened to what he said. He said he wanted to beat the Hangman. He wanted to be the first All Elite Wrestling World Champion. I don't want this. I need it. I've said it since day one that I would be the first All Elite Wrestling Champion. I said that I needed to be in the first ever All Elite Wrestling match and won the Casino Battle Royale. I'm telling you, I need to be in this main event position for the title, and I'm telling you, I need to win it.
I think that Jericho's going to go in this match as the favorite. Does that, if that is true, that's my assumption. Does it bother you to be the underdog?
No, I think I've been the underdog for my whole career, the entire thing. I kind of like it that way.
I've heard through the grapevine, you can confirm yay or nay, that your parents are going to be in Chicago to watch this event. What's that mean to you?
You know, I was raised up on a tobacco farm, real small, family farm. My parents taught me about hard work, about humility, about how that can get you somewhere. But I remember when I was a kid, I can vividly remember my dad telling me that I was going to have to find something else to do. And I like to think that at this point in my life, I've found it. So, my parents, they haven't been on a plane in probably 15 years, but all out weekend, they're getting on a plane, they're coming to Chicago. I'm going to put them front row and let them see this damn match.
Cool, man. Good for you. More reason to have the match of your life, buddy. More reason to have the match of your life and make them proud. We know Chris Jericho is listening. He's not going to miss a beat. He's a strategist and a great one. What would you say to him right now, directly to Chris Jericho? What would be your message from the Hangman to Jericho?
This one night, this is history. It only happens one time. I get one chance. If I lose this, I'm going to go back to the tobacco farm, live there. This is what I've got. This is my opportunity. If Jericho loses, he can make another Fozzy record. He'll be fine on his AEW contract. This is my opportunity. It is the only opportunity I might get. I would do anything. I would do anything to win that championship because I have to. In front of my family, the fans that have followed us for years and years, I have to win this.
So can we just, and again, I know we had our perspective on the Hangman page, right? After hearing that, does your opinion change a little bit, or is it still the same? Walter, I'll start with you.
Still the same. I know it sounds weird, but it's not about I get it. Everyone fights for family and all that, and he wasn't born into, how do you say it, rich and gold, wealth, but at least we got some background, so I do appreciate that. I mean, this was on their YouTube channel. That's pretty cool for people who want to get into Hangman Page. It's not like I hate the kid. He's pretty good. It's just, we want to see more. And I mean, I guess if they air more of this stuff, once they're on TV, if he does become the first ever world champ, then that'll be cool. But for now, I still want to see a little more as well.
Big Mike, what about you, bro?
I will have to agree with Walter. It doesn't change, but he's on the right track. If he continues to do this and different feuds that he is going to be a part of, then he will have no choice but to garner my fandom because he's on the right track. But it's just not now. Yeah. Maybe I would say leading into next year, give him a shot, but not now.
I get this, right? Whenever you hear a wrestler says, "Oh, I'm bringing my family" and shit like that, 9 times out of 10, it tells you that, oh, he's gonna win. It's like with Rollins, right? A couple weeks ago on Raw, when he got his ass handed to by Brock and he got on the mic, "I have to win" and shit like that, right? He gave it away. Now, granted, I still think he's a good talent. No one's denying that. I just don't think right now he is the guy to carry this company going into TNT. And I get it for a lot of the indie guys, a lot of the guys that followed the elite and stuff like that. Oh, he's ready, he's this, he's that. Fine and dandy. But if you're a company, you want to go with the established name. And like you guys, I think, again, it was a good video. I get what they're trying to do. Try to get the people to know Hangman, the other side of him and shit like that, right? The other side of Adam Page. I just don't think it's now, though. I think a year from now, maybe. Let it be a good match. Let it be the chase. I think, again, there's more money in him chasing the title than him winning the belt in his first night.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking. If you don't, again, that's just my take on that, by the way. Also announced that Tony Schiavone will be joining All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tony.
It's been a while.
Good pickup.
So here's my take on this overall. Okay, I know again it's been AEW heavy. Dorks, calm the fuck down. All right.
Oh, no, we'll die down soon.
I think again, yeah, it's good. It's a good pick, right? It's a good signing for AEW. The only problem is though, this is my take. Okay, who is your lead play-by-play guy now? Can you think about this? You have Jim Ross, you have Tony Schiavone, you have Excalibur. They just signed Golden Boy, the guy that was at Fyter Fest, right? And then you have the bleeding shit of Alex Marvez.
Come on, man. You making fun of my... Well, what is he? A radio guy, right?
That dude sucks.
Yeah, I know he's terrible. He's not a good commentator.
Alex Marvez is the bleeding shits, bro. I'm telling you.
He should be like an interviewer or something.
That's what I'm saying. He's a real good interviewer. He just sucks as a commentator. My
only thing, and I said this before, if you're AEW, the idea of bringing in Jim Ross in every single show is not necessary.
Yeah, that should be a special attraction.
All Out, I understand. Double or Nothing, I understood. Right? The first episode of on TNT, fine. But I think the idea should be, hey, let's groom Excalibur and I guess Golden Boy to be that role, right? That should be the idea. It's a matter of, to me, too many cooks in the kitchen now. Because what's going to be your commentary team? That is my question. You know? In theory, yes, you can have Tony Schiavone. You can have Excalibur and Jim Ross. All the fuck you want. That'll be a fucking dream team for all the smarks out there. But it's a matter of too many cooks in the kitchen.
Maybe 2 play-by-plays, literally.
Right, but maybe somebody's gonna do what Michael Cole does with NXT. You know, Michael Cole is over the commentary team down in NXT. Yeah. So maybe Jim Ross, when he's not there every weekly show, he can be behind the scenes, you know, guiding the commentary team, giving it some structure. Who knows? You know, it's not bad to have a lot of commentators. You know, it's just where to put them. So that's my guess. Maybe they're going to use JR to guide the commentary team, you know, get a structure going, and then add them in whenever they need to during big events.
Facts on that.
Yeah, JR could be more than just, you know, being a commentator every show. Like you said, it could be nice to have his, you know, he's had so many years of experience. So, like, to work with the other commentators to groom them, that sounds like a great idea to me.
Yeah, it does. It really, really does. Also, they announced that they've sold out. Well, they announced other dates for their future shows. They'll be in Pittsburgh and also in West Virginia for TV.
Good all West Virginia.
Yeah, exactly.
That northeast, you know, area.
That's what they're touring right now, right?
Yeah, you got freaking DC, Massachusetts. Where else?
So it's gonna be in Pittsburgh on October 23rd at the Peterson Event Center. Yeah, and then on what's it called here? What's the date for this show here? October 30th. They're gonna be in the Charleston Coliseum. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at these posters. Bro, these posters are terrible. These posters are just the bleeding shit. It's like they don't even feel like it's a wrestling poster.
Like the TV guy promo.
No, like the one for the Charleston Coliseum in West Virginia.
Man, yeah, this looks awful.
It feels like a gospel poster. Like, I'm gonna send it to you guys in our chat, okay? I take the
Is on their
screenshot.
Twitter.
I'm looking at Walter. You look at this. I'm on AEW's Twitter. The Charleston one does look bad.
I'm gonna send it in our group chat. By the way, I'm gonna send it in our group chat. In case Walter, you've never seen it before, I'm sending it now. It's in our group chat.
You sent it. I was about to search myself. Okay.
So the tag team semifinals are gonna be in Pittsburgh.
Eli, to answer that, facts, and AEW can get a Spanish. They kind of do have one. Hugo Savinovich will be in charge of the Spanish play-by-play commentary, basically.
Oh my God, that guy.
Yeah, bro, that fat guy.
Oh, damn, this is some 8th grade level freaking poster right here. What is this?
Listen, and I wrote this on AEW's Twitter, like, yo, guys, if you guys really want best graphics, hit up my boy Salrex here. Which, by the way, Salrex, Salrex, in case you guys don't know, Salrex is responsible for all the graphic that you've seen here on the podcast, all the logos. He's responsible for the Team of the Podcast logo. He's also responsible for the logo of Around the Point. And if you are a YouTuber and if you are a podcaster and you want the best graphic designs done for your channel, for your podcast, hit the man up on Twitter at SRXGFX. Tell him that I sent you, and he will do amazing graphic work for you. It's SRXGFX.
Please tell me they did not spend. They better have spent the cheapest amount possible to get that poster, to get that. It was like, that shit's kind of bad.
It feels like gospel, right? It feels like you're going to some gospel festival, right? It feels like
I don't know. It's just, it's like something a church would make, and and that'd be totally fine. Like some low budget.
Nah, you know what it looks like, bro? It looks like, okay, it's an advertisement I would see on BET on Sunday morning at 7 a.m.
Yeah, like it looks like a commercial, like a infomercial, which is fine.
Basically, that's what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like right now. And it's not a knock on them. We're not knocking. I just feel like, again, some shit can get better, absolutely. But there's that. Okay, I know we went on way too much on AEW. I know we did. Goddamn. Now let's get into some of the stuff in WWE. It's gonna be real quick. I'm about to wrap this up also in a little bit as well. It was announced yesterday that both Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are now engaged to be married.
Congratulations to them.
To the man and the man's man.
Dude, I seen something that was hilarious.
So my question is, who's going to be the best man's man, if you will?
Dude, on Twitter, I think it came from Deluxe Man. He said it's good to see two men get together. That's kind of accepted nowadays. So congratulations. It should be rolling.
Listen, they have to accept
it. Might be a man and a woman, to be honest.
Listen, they gotta accept it. Yeah, they're gonna be a fucking meme.
But here's my only gripe. How much money does Seth Rollins make?
A shitload of money.
He should be a millionaire.
He makes near $1 million a year.
And that's the ring he got her.
Exactly. What the fuck is that?
That's that's an old school. He probably got it from his hometown. He probably got it from Iowa.
Fuck that. You better go to Los Angeles.
Man better go to K Jewelers, some shit like that, bro. Man better go to K Jewelers.
Even K Jewelers got better rings than this.
Well, isn't K Jewelers? Did they sponsor WWE at a pay-per-view, something like that?
They might have. Yeah, you're probably right. But Jesus Christ, man, it's like, get her a bigger ring, dude. Get her like a freaking 4-carat ring.
I know. Again, congrats to them. I just feel again it's kind of rushed. I mean, again, how long have they been dating? We don't even know.
I think it's only been a couple months, probably before Mania. Probably just this year, to be honest.
I mean, during the time of Mania,
I think they've been dating for a little bit last year, because looking at old Up Up Down Down, because a lot of people don't watch Up Up Down Down, and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff.
It's them
I
too.
think they've been dating for, I think it's probably be going on a year and a half because they've been making googly eyes at each other. And every time they're around each other, Seth's got that, that I'm happy I'm with her face. And they've been taking like jabs at each other, you know, a relationship type jabs at each other. And you can tell on their face that they're giving each other vibes. And it's like, they're not dating, right? Because I've seen that in a couple of video packages and a couple of, shoot video packages. And it's like, yo, are they dating? And then it comes out that they're dating.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
and then now they're married. So
they're gonna get married. I feel like it's kind of rushed. I feel like, again, if you feel like you found the right one, bless your heart. You feeling me? I just feel like, again, marriage is the ultimate commitment. It's the ultimate plateau. I feel like you have to get to know the person. You have to really go to some serious shit. They quote, "Hey man, Pete, go to some serious cowboy shit," if you will, right?
Yeah.
And again, it could all be a giant publicity stunt by WWE. Hey, you're getting married, pal. Haha.
No, if that's the case, then WWE can go fuck themselves.
No, but that's what they do.
Like this.
That's what they did with Cena and Nikki Bella. So
yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Remember,
and they
publicized
them.
Yeah.
Seth and Becky don't like being, in the limelight like that, relationship wise. That doesn't get them any type. Go ahead.
They were pretty good at hiding it, like until they had to kind of, say it because they wanted to do a stupid storyline with them. But the marriage thing, I don't think it's storyline. Because are they going to be in a storyline still? No, I just think Seth really loves her, and it's just crazy. And she, likes him. So I don't know.
Yeah, I bet all of my money in my bank account that they're gonna announce this on Monday.
They will.
Probably just for 1 second. And then...
They are.
Yeah, it's like congratulations to the man Becky Lynch and Beast Slayer Seth Rollins for getting married, for getting engaged, not married, but yeah, man, that's at least we know now that Seth's like older women because Becky's older than him.
Good for them, yo. Good for them. I look forward to seeing the future little demon, future little beast slayers and future little mans, if you will. Again,
beast slayers and men.
Listen, it's a fucking meme, okay? Calm the fuck down, okay? Calm the fuck down.
Beast slayers and men. That's
so
funny.
The King of the Ring.
Rollins came a long way. He's matured. No more cockpits or cheating on girls. Well, maybe we don't. We assume that he doesn't do that anymore. So,
well, he has to see his ex every freaking day because Sonya Deville's dating her.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm married now. Ha ha ha
ha. Okay. So
I'm getting married now.
Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man. Where's my statue? Stay and give back my statue. Okay. The King of the Ring when started off this Monday. It's gonna be a couple weeks into it, basically. It's gonna be a weekly thing, right? So we had the first 4 matches this week. We had on Raw, Sami Zayn versus Cedric Alexander. Then we had Samoa Joe versus Cesaro. I will say this: I thought Cesaro and Joe was a great match for whatever it was. I felt that the Sami Zayn versus Cedric match was kind of flat, in my opinion. It could have been way
flat. That was a squash match.
That's the point, though. You expect more out of these guys, right?
More, yo, they're treating Sami like a jobber. I didn't expect any more than that.
Yeah, and not he's a manager, so I guess that was his way out. Like, squash me, give me Alexander to squash me, and then I'll go manage Shinsuke.
Yeah. And how was that?
Yeah.
Over on SmackDown Live, we had Elias versus Kevin Owens in the main event, and you also had Andrade versus freaking Apollo Crews.
Hey, what the fuck is Apollo?
That guy. What is that guy? What's he been up to? Apollo Crews.
I mean, they gotta add bodies to this tournament, so why the fuck not? It's an easy win for Andrade. It really, really was an easy fucking win.
No one gave him a slight chance of winning.
I know. We found out that next week. Well, my bad. It was supposed to get this week. We were supposed to get on Raw. AJ Styles versus Braun Strowman. It never went down because it ended in the help of the club. So they had like a that Rollins made the save, and they're teasing this whole thing of Rollins and Braun Strowman, who, by the way, won the Raw Tag Team titles. Yeah, that's how sad the shit is. They won the fucking
Like
Raw.
they did it
So now Seth has 2 belts.
Again,
again.
he's
They
a
love
3-time dual champion.
Yeah.
You know that, right? He's a 3-time dual champion. He had the WWE Championship in U.S. He had the tag team titles, the Raw tag team titles, and the Intercontinental Championship, and now he has the Universal and the Raw tag team championship. Now he has 2 ugly red straps.
The 2 red stripe matches.
Terrible. I don't get why. Like Roman doesn't even get dual shit.
Roman never had dual shit. And
Oh,
if
bro.
anything,
If this was Roman,
know,
oh, hell no, bro. If
nah,
this was Roman
Roman
Reigns,
never got this treatment.
Never. They gave him big things a lot. They gave him a lot of stimulus packages. I'm not gonna lie, but not like this. Like
they just want a guy that, like, you know, he's a good wrestler, and I know the fans love him, so they're just gonna push him to the moon, I guess.
And if you notice, they always give Seth 2 titles when both of the divisions that he's holding the titles are in limbo. The tag team division is in limbo, and the main title picture is in limbo.
Facts.
Yeah. And people complain, but people are going to complain if Lesnar has the belt, so you had to please some type of fans. But even then, it's like, just got to find someone new, you know, eventually. You just can't.
Right. And then on top of that, with the OC, I already told you guys that when you take the title off of one of these guys after booking them so strong, it's going to be easier to bury the other person. So when you took the titles off of Gallows and Anderson aren't shit now. Luke Gallows looked like Repo Man fuck Mr. Magoo. He doesn't look right.
Mr. Magoo.
So fuck Luke Gallows and that face paint shit. So he might as well stay in the back. Carl Anderson is an idiot. So they're both done. They suck. They're awful.
No. Listen, if they're to make an autobiography of Stone Cold Steve Austin, they could use Carl Anderson. Yo, seriously. Carl Anderson can
do shit with Anderson.
I'm saying
the only time these two were entertaining was on that Southpaw show. I mean, they're just there. You know.
I know.
They're not anything. They haven't done with them in 3 years. They've been here 3 years. Nothing.
Not a single.
3 years of nothing. And they took a whole year off. So 2016, they came in strong. 2017 got the titles. Somewhere in the middle of there, I think WrestleMania, they lost the titles. Yeah, because the Hardys came back. And then that whole 2017, they didn't do shit. That whole 2018, they didn't do shit. And now they give them a cool little repackage, build them up strong, and then they got cold feet.
Sadly, yes, Mike. Sadly, yes.
And now AJ's probably going to lose his title.
Yeah, now AJ's got to lose his title. Get AJ away from these losers.
Guys, give me a second, all right, guys?
That stench is going to get on
give me
him.
a second, all right, guys? I'll be back. Just talk away, all right, guys? Talk away, all right?
Let's talk about how this King of the Ring tournament, I guess, like, they just bring it back so randomly. Like
I know, right?
Like, I mean, they treat it like it's prestigious and all that, but I mean, the last 2 winners have been kind of trash.
Yeah, it's like what King Barrett was just to get the bad news Barrett gimmick like buried. So yeah, you got King Barrett, and then who was before King Barrett?
King Sheamus,
and that shit was awful too. So
no, both of their careers. That's
the
crazy.
last good King of the Ring was 2002.
Right? Yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
You got a title shot.
You got a title shot.
William Regal could have been something if he didn't freaking get suspended. They probably could have done something with Regal.
They could have, but no, it is just not. Like, they bring this stuff back like they got an overall plan. As soon as I saw these last few weeks of matches, I'm like, all right, this ain't shit. Somebody's going to win. It's either going to be, now it ain't Kevin Owens because fuck you, to me. That's what they did. They just said, fuck Kevin Owens. We're going to take him out the first round. It's like, why would you do that? He should have been in the finals. and then gotten screwed over by somebody because he was either going to meet Baron Corbin or Drew McIntyre. Now I don't care because whoever comes out of SmackDown is going to suck. And then if they give us Baron Corbin and a suck-ass SmackDown person in the finals, then I'm really not going to care. And then all you're going to get is the gimmick. You're not going to get a title shot. You probably will get a title shot, but you're going to lose. So you're gonna get the gimmick. You're gonna be in a scepter. You're gonna have a scepter, a cape, and a crown for a year.
I feel like Andrade should come out of SmackDown from the finals. I think that's the guy that makes the most sense.
It still won't help, man.
It won't help, but imagine him, and then you got Selena Vega, so that's pretty cool. But from the Raw side, I mean, for me, it's gonna be terrible because I know it's either gonna be
I'm just gonna say right
either
now,
Corbin or
they
McIntyre.
fucked up my.
Those are the only two that I can think
They
of.
fucked up my bracket.
Come on, your bracket. What the hell? What you got advanced, Cesaro?
They fucked up, bro. Yeah.
Did you see Cesaro's promo before that match?
He has braces on, bro.
Like, this is why you're not a main eventer. That promo alone.
Bro, he's rocking braces, dude.
Up.
He's rocking braces, my man. Yo, he's rocking braces and shit, yo.
No, it was just so goofy. It's like he cut the promo like his face. You're ill. Instead of being king of the swing, how about king of the ring? It's like this is why. This is why. Like, like if I was in Gorilla at the production board, I would be cracking up laughing. I'm like, this is why he's not a main eventer. This is it.
That's why.
Terrible.
We had Rey Mysterio who's about to retire, and he about to take off the mask, and out comes Dominic, who convinces him to not retire. Apparently, they're gonna team up. I know Matt Riddle posted this meme on the gram. It's funny as shit, saying how Dominic looks like Walter from NXT UK. She had me fucking dying, bro. I was tears. Yo, what the fuck?
No, Ray wishes he did lose that custody match.
Oh, fucking
dude,
hell.
Ray should take off the mask, man. Go back to what year was that in WCW when he wrestled with the mask off?
Part of the Filthy Animals? I think so, yeah.
I don't think he was gonna wrestle though. I think that was gonna be it.
Dude, he should just take the mask off. You know, we see him all the time with his mask off on Instagram. And one picture, he took his hand away from his face, so you saw his whole face. So it was like, yeah, it's like you look better without the mask. Like you still look young.
You know what I think though, honestly? I think they're setting up for a heel turn for Dominic, yeah. I mean, granted, is Dominic ready for TV? No, he's not.
No, he's not. He should be in NXT.
I mean, he's probably at the PC training and shit, for all we fucking know. But
well, all I know is he's been training for like what, a year and a half to 2 years with his father.
Yeah.
Because he posts random videos of him training. He doesn't look bad. He's just fucking huge. Apparently what he's like 6'3", 6'4", which I don't know how that's even possible because Ray is what, 5 foot nothing.
How did he get so tall?
His mom, bro. His mom. Have you ever seen his mom? His mom is tall.
No, his mom is tall.
Hell yeah, bro. His mom is taller than Ray.
Oh well.
No, well, yeah. Of course she's gonna be taller than Ray, but that tall.
Well, Ray likes climbing trees, then. So now we know.
Exactly. Now we know. Booyaka.
Hey, it's hard for Ray.
How do you think he mastered the 619, bro? Come on. How do you think he mastered the 619? Come on, think about it, yo. Think about that. Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks was supposed to be on the King's Court. Out with Jerry Lawler. Out came the Fiend, and he attacked Jerry Lawler. I thought it was very well done. Jerry got out of the ring, and it's like, I've seen this before, and right before you know, he's right behind Jerry Lawler and put him in the mandible claw. Very well done. You don't have to have him out there every single fucking week. Fuck that.
I love that they don't even have him wrestle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah.
And also,
Sasha Banks was also on TV. She was supposed to do explanations of what she did to Natalia and Becky. She said nothing. I think that was smart too. Don't have her say anything. Leave it quiet.
Yeah, she shouldn't even mentioned her hair. I think that made it bad on my part. She was like, "Oh, I got new hair. Look at my new hair." And then she didn't even say anything after that. It was like, why do you even mention the hair? Just shut up.
Yeah. Also, what else happened on Monday Night Raw that I didn't mention here? I'm going off the top of the head here. I'm going on top of the head here. The women's tag team title match was with Alexa Bliss and Nikki versus Fire and Desire.
Are we really talking about that?
It was
Come
a shit
on.
match. Yeah, it was a shit match. It was a shit match.
The only thing I got out of that match is Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville fucking on the low.
Probably so, man.
They are, to be honest.
Let's go over to SmackDown.
Shit, I wouldn't blame them.
Let's go over to SmackDown, shall we? We finally found out who was the one that tagged Roman Reigns. It was a double look-alike of Eric Rowan.
That whole SmackDown was shit.
They ruined it for me. Yeah, the ending ruined it for me. I thought Buddy Murphy and Bryan had a very good match.
The whole show was shit.
What about Buddy Murphy and Daniel Bryan?
The whole show was shit.
Okay, the whole show was shit. Okay.
The whole show was shit to me. I didn't find any redeeming quality out of SmackDown this week.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, I don't know what happened on SmackDown besides the King of the Ring matches, and that's...
Again, my bracket got fucked up. Kevin Owens lost to Elias. They fucked that whole shit up. What else happened? What else happened on the show on SmackDown Live?
Everyone all of a sudden loves Buddy Murphy, and yeah, he's a good talent all you want, but we gotta calm down with this overhype for certain wrestlers. Like, calm down. Just calm down a little bit.
Nah, but Walter, again, he had a good match with Roman Reigns.
Oh, yes, he did. I get it.
He beat Bryan. He beat Bryan in the middle of the ring.
He beat Bryan. I get that, but let's just pump the brakes a little bit. Just a little bit.
Fine, I'll pump the brakes up, Walter. Fine.
Pump the brakes. You guys loved Ali so much. What has he been doing?
Dude, Ali said on Twitter that they abruptly took his push away. And that's a fact.
Well, of course they did, but I mean, that's just the nature of the business.
Oh yeah. We talk about Nakamura and Sami Zayn being paired together.
Like he was supposed to go up against Nakamura, and they took that away, and now he's gonna face the Miz. I think that's trash.
What a Miz.
Because now Shinsuke has a talking piece, which is Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn
is you're saying that Shinsuke's facing the Miz now.
Yeah, Sami Zayn is gonna manage
I saw that.
And then Shinsuke is gonna face the Miz. Shinsuke was originally supposed to face Ali, and they said no.
They said no. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Isn't he in the King of the Ring tournament though?
Yep.
No.
Hey, he is with Buddy Murphy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, they're facing each other?
Next
What the
week.
fuck? Wow. Is that next
That's
week?
how much I don't care about the King of the Ring. I just don't care.
You also have Shelton Benjamin versus Chad Gable, who people are feared because Chad Gable might get his name changed to Shorty G.
Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
what were they thinking with this tournament, man? What? They have so much talent, and this is the best they came up with.
They are calling Chad Gable Shorty G.
Shorty G.
Shorty G?
Shorty G. That's the only. They're making fun of this man's height. So you know Vince is low key writing these jokes.
Oh my
goddamn, pal.
And that's not cool because you know Vince, when Vince started writing jokes, it's over for you.
Fringy.
Eli wrote here, well, a Clash of Champions is Miz versus Shinsuke. But why Miz is winning? But why? Because WWE wants him to break Jericho's record. Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because I think
Miz is going to be Nakamura? Oh, my God.
Yeah, so Miz has what, like 7 title reigns, 6 or 7.
Yeah, but Jericho has 11 or 11 or
Jericho has
9.
a lot more than 10. I think he has 10.
I think Jericho has like 9.
9. Oh wow.
Hold on. Let me see. I might.
So they did this program so Nakamura could lose again. Because I forgot he was
Right.
champion, to be honest.
Because I was like, so you put Sami Zayn with Nakamura for him to lose, so both of them look like retards. So okay, now I know what you're doing, WWE. I get it now.
Weird pairing. Like, remember these two had a killer match just a few years ago.
I know.
Now they're just
These two dudes had one of the best matches. Had one of the best matches in 2016.
And now they're both in.
And now they're shitty.
Forgotten land.
Ew. Oh my god. Hold on, let me see.
Really fucks up.
Jericho is a 9-time Intercontinental Champion. And I believe whatchamacallit has 6.
The Miz?
Yeah, I think he has 6 or 7.
He's the one
1, 2. No, he has 8. So he's one away from tying. Yeah, he's one away from tying, and then he'll probably win another one at the beginning of next year, middle of next year, which will break it. So he'll be a 10-time Intercontinental Champion, and I think that'll be the most reigns with Intercontinental Champion too.
He like, even though it's obviously petty on WWE's part, clearly they want to get rid of Jericho's reign, but I think the Miz is the right person for it.
Yeah, the Miz is the right person, but
he had a couple nice reigns. But when he was a heel, babyface IC title reigns, I don't know. I think the Miz needs. I don't think they need to switch him back to heel at this point because
just seeing him come out as a babyface is just
weird.
My face scrunch up. I'll be like, no,
He's not doing anything. That's the problem.
Oh, he's not.
That's, just promote your reality show, which is cool, but still.
The best face Miz was when he first started doing the Ric Flair stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best face Miz. Other than that, nope.
No, because then he's kind of like an enhancement talent. At least as a heel, he kind of has a couple wins, and he's been a really nice mid carder. He's been the most relevant IC champion of everyone so far that I can think
Basically.
of. Like in recent years.
Basically.
Right.
And that was basically SmackDown. When you think about it, I mean, nothing else really happened. Oh yeah, that whole moment of bliss where Charlotte was sitting on a chair and Bayley came out and pushed her out of the chair. You know where they're going with that. Hello, Charlotte 10 reigns. So there you go with that.
10 time for the queen, huh?
Yeah, 10 times. She's gonna be a 16-time champion by 2022.
Yep, indeed she will.
Possibly.
And how many years did it take Ric Flair to become a 16-time world champion?
Oh, years.
Many years.
A lot more. I don't know how many. I think his last world title win was in 2002.
No, bro.
Yeah.
I think it was 99.
Nah, you don't count that. No, did he win the Raw title at least one time?
No.
No.
Oh, he didn't, right? Now I'm thinking of Shawn Michaels. I'm thinking of some legend.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels won the world title.
Whatever it is, either way, Flair did take a lot more time. I'm surprised Flair didn't win a world title in 2000s. I just when he won at least one.
Yeah.
Just one. Damn. All right, Flair. I see you.
I mean, I feel like we covered everything, right? Did we cover everything we needed to cover?
Yeah, we pretty much did.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna wrap up the podcast. Oh yeah, one more thing, because Eli been asking us to do this. So apparently, WWE and CFO have cut ties. Finally.
Who?
CFO, that music producing company.
Oh, good. They suck.
Yeah.
That came out to be untrue.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh man.
I was hoping that was true.
So whoever put that
These wrestlers' theme songs they're not the greatest. They're not even I don't know. It's just not the same. All these themes sound about the same.
Yeah. Well, It's never gonna. Jim Johnston is the best. But if I was to get a nice consolation prize, I would take CFO because they did make a few really good theme songs for people. You know, they made hold on, let me look and see because somebody wrote them down for me. They yeah, so they did Aleister Black, Ciampa's Undisputed Era, Sanity, Nakamura, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Bobby Roode, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Pete Dunne, Toni Storm, Io Shirai, Velveteen Dream. And they did Becky Lynch's, Sasha's, and Asuka's, and Kairi Sane's.
Wow.
I like Kairi Sane's.
Yeah, so out of that, Sasha's, I like Sasha's.
I don't like when Michael Cole says it's boss time every fucking time, but sure.
Yeah, I like Sasha's. I used to like Asuka's. I love Velveteen Dreams. Rhea Ripley's is pretty good. Aleister Black's is pretty good. Undisputed Era gets me turned every time I hear it. Nakamura's, the first Nakamura one, when he was a face, that was pretty good. And Glorious, yeah, and that's it. That's all I like. Everything else that they made,
trash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's mostly trash because there's a lot of wrestlers. And think about it. Didn't they make Seth Rollins' theme?
Yeah, and I think they tried put lyrics on it, and it sounded better with lyrics. But they just left to burn it down because that was in the original with lyrics. So they just put "Burn It Down" in it, and
yeah,
that's weird.
Just kept going.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, this is gonna wrap up the show. We thank you all for tuning in this week. All of you guys out there, those that watched live, those that listen on the playback, those that have downloaded on the feeds and all that stuff. You can check out the podcast on all our platforms that we're in: iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, PodBean, iHeart Radio. Also over at the Google Podcast. Give it the 5-star rating. It helps out the podcast in the long run, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are awesome as always. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at Team Heel Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. If you're on the channel and hit that subscribe button down below. Give the podcast a big old thumbs up, because why the fuck would you not? And yeah, hit that subscribe button down below. Walty, let them know, man. Where can they find the panty dropper? Where can all these bitches send you a Popeye sandwich?
Twitter at AM Walter.
All right. And Big Mike, man, take us home, bruh.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Big Mike 1995-19 and on YouTube at Big Mike's Wrestling Recap Show.
With that being said, guys, we are out like Janet's titties, y'all. Peace out, dorks. This has been episode 306 of the Team Heel Podcast. Look at Big Mike dancing. Yeah, he's getting down. Oh, he's getting down.